Hi everyone, welcome to class. To get a recipe, check the link in the description box on Seller. These are the ingredients we'll be using. Now you have to cream your butter and sugar very well, like very well, till you get a very almost white color, depending on the butter you use though, but then you have to cream it very well till you get like off-white color. Then for my eggs, I put in my eggs one after the other. I don't put it at once. So this is to ensure that you have a very fluffy texture. This is just the layout of spices that we'll be using for our fruit cake. Yeah, just spices that we'll be using for our fruit cake. Basically it's our flour, and usually I mix my flour and my spices together before I put it into my batter. This to make sure that the flour and the spice mix and incorporate together, to be sure that there's no lump of spice anywhere. I put in my baking powder too, so that there's no lump of baking powder somewhere, to show that there's even distribution in our mix. And you have to put our flavor one after the other. So because we're using a lot of flavor, of course it's fruit cake, so please, you can play around with your fruit. Don't make one flavor dominate each other. Just play around with your flavors. I think I used about 6 flavors in this, and if I had more, of course I would use more, because you want it very fruity. Now your brownie and your black treacle can come in at this point. Then you have to be sure that all of this is coming. Your golden syrup too would have to come in at this point. Now this is golden syrup, will come in at this point. Then you mix. So I use the back of lemon to give this very fresh it's not taste now, right? Apart from the fact that it enhances the taste, it also enhances the aroma. Yeah, so put in your flour in bits, and I like to coat my raisin. This raisin has been soaked, so I like to coat it with flour, so that when you put it in your butter, it doesn't sink to the base, right? So this, as you can see, my butter is very thick, so it's very good for wedding cake. You don't have to decorate it like this, like the toppings. You don't need to put the toppings if you're doing it for a wedding cake. You can just use just your raisin inside, but if you want to use it for Christmas fruit cake, of course you should. So trust me, this recipe is very fluffy and it has a very long shelf life. Yeah, so this is a very unique recipe. As you can see, my fruits did not sink because our butter was stable enough. So tell me what you think.